Welcome to our channel. Stay tuned to our channel for sports and entertainment news all the time. Please subscribe the channel. Indiana Fever. Caitlin Clark doesn't need to play to get revenge on Kelsey Plum, even though Indiana Fever didn't have a happy ending. The Fever dropped their win streak in Los Angeles. The Los Angeles Sparks once again edged past the Indiana Fever, this time 89-87, pulling off a thrilling fourth-quarter comeback without Caitlin Clark even taking the floor. Though the Fever came in riding a 3-game win streak and had control for much of the night, it was the Sparks who made the final push just like they did 10 days ago. But even as Clark sat out her 5th straight game with a groin injury, her presence was felt loudly and humorously. Indiana had looked poised for another win. Their recent defensive stretch had been elite, with opponents shooting just 27% from deep, the best mark in the WNBA. Clark's absence hadn't derailed them lately, and for 3 quarters in Los Angeles, it looked like that trend would continue. But reeling from 2 straight losses, found their spark late. Clark and Plum's playful rivalry steals the spotlight. The matchup also offered another episode in the unexpected sideline saga between Kelsey Plum and Caitlin Clark. Early in the game, officials called a defensive 3-second violation on the Sparks. While Plum headed straight to the referee to protest, Clark, standing on the Fever bench, clapped her hands and gestured with a smirk as if to say, "Yeah, okay, you can stop now." This wasn't their first sideline moment. In the previous matchup, Plum spotted Clark standing on the floor during halftime, not even checking in, just lingering. Plum pointed her out to the ref and flashed a T4 technical. No foul was called, but it was clear these two know how to entertain, even without sharing the court. And Plum kept the antics coming. After getting knocked down by Kelsey Mitchell in the second quarter, the Sparks guard casually dropped to the hardwood and did 3 push-ups before getting back up. The crowd roared. Later, she handed a Sparks shirt to a courtside fan wearing a Fever jersey, who pulled it over her Indiana gear for a photo. Plum quipped, "Next time, do better." But beyond the flair, Plum delivered when it mattered. She finished with 20 points, and her deep 3-pointer late in the third helped erase a Fever lead and put the Sparks ahead heading into the fourth. Indiana opened up an 8-point lead in the third, but clawed back behind timely buckets from Azura Stevens and Rickea Jackson. By the start of the fourth, the Sparks led by 1, and the two teams traded baskets the rest of the way. With less than a minute left, Jackson drove to the rim and finished through contact to give the Sparks an 88-87 edge. Then came a pivotal defensive stand. Stevens blocked Aaliyah Boston and pulled in the rebound before calling a timeout. Though the Sparks nearly fumbled the game away with a turnover, Indiana missed 2 late looks. Stevens was fouled and hit 1 free throw with 3.3 seconds left to make it a 2-point game. The Fever had one last chance, but couldn't get the final shot to fall. Stevens led the Sparks with 21 points and 9 rebounds, while De'Arica Hamby added 18 and Jackson scored 15. The win snapped LA's losing streak and dealt Indiana its first loss in nearly 2 weeks. For Caitlin Clark, it was another night without minutes, but certainly not without moments. Between the bench banter and Plum's on-court showmanship, this developing rivalry is giving fans plenty to smile about, even when the games don't go Indiana's way. Clark may not need to play to make an impact. And when she does return, that Clark-Plum showdown could be must-watch TV.